Hey there, friend. Let me tell you something that most folks are too polite or too scared to say out loud. Exercise after 60? It's a whole different ball game. Heck, it ain't even the same sport anymore. Back in my 20s, I could twist, bend, run, jump, and still have energy to chase women, wrestle furniture, and eat half a pizza. Nowadays, if I sneeze too hard, I gotta sit down and reevaluate my life choices. Now, I ain't saying we seniors should just sit around like overcooked spaghetti. No, sir. But I am saying, and listen closely here, we've got to be real smart about what we put our bodies through. Because one wrong move, one wrong stretch, one foolish, I can still do this moment, and boom, you're spending the next 3 weeks on the couch with frozen peas on your lower back, wondering where you went wrong. You see, I'm 80 years old. Yep, 8 decades of stories, mistakes, stubbornness, love, and the occasional pulled hamstring. And I've learned, mostly the hard way, that not all exercises are made for us seasoned folks. Some of them are downright dangerous. I call them body wreckers in disguise. They look innocent enough until you try them and your spine starts writing letters of protest. So today, I want to give you the truth, straight from an old man who's tried just about everything short of goat yoga. We're talking the 4 exercises you should never try after 60, no matter how motivated you feel. And once we get those out of the way, I'm going to share with you the 4 golden moves you should be doing every single day. The ones that'll help you stay upright, stay smiling, and keep them creaky joints working without sounding like bubble wrap under pressure. Now listen, this ain't no fear-mongering. This is love talking. You're my friend. And if I can spare you even a tiny ounce of pain, embarrassment, or one of those I've fallen and I can't get up situations, then by golly, I'm going to do it. All right, let's jump into the first category, the ones you should avoid like cold potato salad at a summer barbecue. Exercise number 1 to never do is high-impact jumping. I don't care if it's jumping jacks, jump squats, jump ropes, or jumping for joy. If your feet are leaving the floor, your hips and knees are going to send you a nasty letter the next morning. You ever hear your joints talk to you? No? Then you probably haven't tried plyometrics after 60. Let me tell you a little story. When I was about 62, I got it in my head that I was going to shock my body into shape. I saw this YouTube fella ripped like a bag of walnuts saying, all you need is 15 minutes of explosive movement. Well, I got the explosive part all right. 10 minutes in, I jumped off a stool, landed sideways, and my right ankle rolled like a tired burrito. My wife came running in, thought I was doing interpretive dance. I was just trying not to scream. Thing is, the shock went straight to my ligaments, not my muscles. And I spent the next 4 days hobbling around the house like a busted pirate, using the furniture like a walker. That's when I learned the hard way, our bones ain't made for impact anymore. They're made for preservation. Exercise number 2 to never do is deep squats with weights. Now don't get me wrong, I love a good squat. I've done thousands in my life, mostly when I dropped something. But once you start squatting like you're trying to sit on the floor behind a couch with heavy dumbbells in your hands, you're asking for trouble. And trouble's got your number on speed dial. There was this fella I used to work with, Marvin. Proud man, strong too. He retired at 65 and joined one of them fancy gyms with mirrors on every wall. You know the type. One day he calls me up, says, Paul, I squatted 185 pounds today. Deep. I said, good Lord, Marvin, why? Next day, he's at the ER with a knee swollen up like a cantaloupe. Couldn't even get his pants on without crying. Deep squats put a crazy amount of pressure on your knees, lower back, and hips, especially when you're not a spring chicken anymore. And adding weights, that's like trying to carry a bag of bricks while doing ballet. One wobble, and it's all downhill from there. Exercise number 3 to never do is sit-ups and crunches. Oh boy, the old six-pack dream. Let me bust that bubble right here and now. After 60, it ain't about the abs. It's about the spine, the core, and making sure you can get out of bed without sounding like a busted accordion. Crunches and sit-ups may work for the youngins, but for us, they just yank at the neck, jam up the spine, and squish the discs like overcooked ravioli. Not to mention they can cause hernias and pinched nerves. You don't want to end up on your back staring at the ceiling fan praying for mercy. I once spent a whole week trying to do ab blast workouts from a fitness DVD. After day 3, I couldn't sneeze without grabbing a pillow for support. No joke, I was protecting my core like it was fine china. There are better ways to strengthen your middle, trust me. Safer, smarter ways. You just gotta let go of the dream that you'll ever look like a lifeguard again. Unless the lifeguard you're picturing is 80 with a cane and orthopedic shoes. Exercise number 4 to never do is long-distance running. Oh boy, this one's a heartbreaker because some folks love to run. They say it gives them peace, joy, purpose. That's beautiful. But long-distance running past 60, that's like driving a classic car across the desert with no oil change. It's a matter of time before something overheats, cracks, or just quits. I used to jog, used to love it. Then one day I tried to do a 10K fundraising run. 5 kilometers in, both my knees staged a mutiny and my back threatened to secede from the rest of my body. I limped across the finish line looking like I just escaped from a haunted nursing home. Running on hard pavement for miles, that's a young man's game. It wears down your knees, wrecks your joints, tightens your hips, and taxes your heart more than you think. At this age, running's just a high-speed ticket to the doctor's office. Now, I ain't saying don't move. Movement is life. But movement has to match the body. You wouldn't use a chainsaw to peel an apple, would you? Same logic. Now, before we move on to the real gold, those 4 exercises that'll make you feel better, stronger, and younger, I want you to do me a small favor. If you're still here, that tells me you care. You want to live smart, not just long. And if that's you, would you mind tapping that like button? Leave a comment down below telling me which exercise got you in trouble once. Lord knows we've all tried something we shouldn't. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next time this old man's got something important to share. It helps the channel, and more importantly, it tells me someone out there is listening. All right now, deep breath, smile on your face, maybe take a sip of water. Because next, we're going to talk about the good stuff, the simple, beautiful, safe moves you can do every single day without breaking yourself, without fancy equipment, and without ending up in a body cast. All right, friend. Now that we've thrown those dangerous, back-breaking, hospital-inviting exercises into the fire pit where they belong, it's time we talk about what you should actually be doing every single day if you're over 60 and want to keep your bones from barking at you like angry chihuahuas. These 4 movements, they're your bread and butter, your peanut butter and jelly, the comfy slippers of exercise routines. And listen, these aren't just stretches from a dusty pamphlet they give you at the doctor's office. These are moves I've done myself every morning, right after I wake up and convince my legs they're still part of the team. And friend, they work. They've kept me mobile, independent, and just limber enough to reach the good snacks on the top shelf without calling for backup. Exercise number 1 you must do daily: gentle stretching and mobility movements. I know, sounds boring. Stretching, that's it, Paul? Yes, that's it. And it's more powerful than you think. At our age, stiffness isn't just an inconvenience, it's the enemy. And the only way to beat it is to move, slowly, gently, and with a little love. Start with a simple head roll, side to side. Then a few shoulder circles. Open up that chest, roll them joints, and let your arms swing gently like you're trying to fly in slow motion. No rush, no grunting, just move your body like you're stirring warm soup. I like to imagine I'm a piece of spaghetti just loosening up before a big boil. Sounds silly, I know, but it works. I do 10 minutes every morning, sometimes even while brushing my teeth. And let me tell you, just a few minutes of this and you'll start walking like a human again instead of a rusted shopping cart. Exercise number 2 you must do daily: walking. Now don't you dare roll your eyes. Walking ain't just for folks with little dogs and no cable TV. It's the best darn full-body movement God ever gave us. No equipment needed, no gym required, just a good pair of shoes and a willingness to put one foot in front of the other. Back when I was 70, I used to scoff at folks taking walks for fun. I'd say, that's not real exercise. Then my blood pressure started acting like a fire alarm and my doctor gave me the old, it's either walk or pill city, Paul. So I started walking. Around the block at first, then to the corner store. Eventually, I made it around the park without feeling like I fought a bear. Now, I walk every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. It clears the mind, gets the blood moving, and keeps my hips from locking up like an old freezer door. And the best part? You can do it anywhere. Around the house, up and down the driveway, even in place if the weather's nasty. Just keep moving. Your heart, lungs, and legs will all send you thank you notes. Exercise number 3 you must do daily: seated leg raises and toe taps. You want to keep your legs strong without squatting like a weightlifter? Then this one's for you. It's simple, it's safe, and it builds strength right where you need it. In your thighs, knees, and ankles. The parts that keep you standing, walking, and dancing when the music hits just right. Here's what I do. I sit on a chair, straight back, feet flat. Then I lift one leg out straight and hold it for 5 seconds. Slowly lower it. Then the other leg. 10 reps each side. Then I do toe taps, just tapping my toes up and down while my heels stay planted. That gets the circulation going in the lower legs, helps with balance, and fights off that dreaded foot numbness that feels like you stepped into a bag of mashed potatoes. You'd be surprised how strong your legs can get from just a little consistent movement. I can climb stairs now better than I could at 65, and no gym membership in sight. Exercise number 4 you must do daily: wall push-ups or countertop pushbacks. Now hold on, I ain't talking about dropping to the floor and doing Marine-style push-ups. We're not trying to join the army, we're just trying to stay out of the hospital. But upper body strength, it matters. Your arms, shoulders, and chest muscles, they help you open jars, push doors, lift grandbabies, and wave at the neighbors who mow their lawn too early in the morning. Here's the trick. Stand about 2 feet from the wall, put your hands flat against it, shoulder width apart. Slowly lean in, then push yourself back, like a slow-motion hug and goodbye. Do it 10 times. That's it. No noise, no sweat puddles, just good, solid strength built from a safe place. If the wall gets too easy, upgrade to the kitchen counter. It's sturdier and gives you a little more angle. Before you know it, you'll be lifting grocery bags with a grin instead of a groan. Friend, I'm telling you, these 4 simple moves done daily will do more for your health than any fancy gym routine or painful yoga stunt. They're the foundation of senior fitness. They keep the blood flowing, the muscles engaged, and the independence strong. And don't underestimate how good it feels to do things on your own, to get up, walk around, lift things, and not need a nurse or a cane or one of those clunky scooters with a basket up front. We may be older, but we're not helpless. We just need a smarter way to stay strong. So start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect weather or the perfect feeling. The moment you decide to take care of yourself, that's the perfect moment. Every time you choose to move, to stretch, to breathe deep, you're telling your body, hey buddy, we ain't done yet. And if this old man can still find the energy to do these moves every day between naps and snack breaks, then I reckon you can too. Now go on, stretch a little, walk a little, maybe even tap those toes while listening to your favorite song. And remember, You've got more life in you than you realize. Thanks for spending your time with me. You're not alone in this journey. You've got this. And if this story brought you a smile, gave you a chuckle, or lit a little fire under your chair, go ahead and share it with someone else who needs a gentle nudge. Like, comment, subscribe. Not for me, but for that little spark of motivation that turns into a better tomorrow. Until next time, stay strong, stay moving, and stay young at heart.